Hi, thanks for stopping by today. I want to talk to you about something that is really exciting to me in the QuiltWorks world, and those are called mixer series. Now, they have been writing patterns for more than 20 years, so they have hundreds of patterns available. But what they've done is they have been growing this mixer series collection to encompass, I'd say they have at least a dozen and a half different mixer series. Now, it sounds like, well, what is that? It sounds kind of confusing. And I'll do my best to explain what that means. But in a nutshell, they have made um, components or units of their quilts that are interchangeable with each other. And you can mix and match to get the look that you want to the size that you want. That is brilliant. So Stella Maris is one of those mixer series. They have others, uh, like called Congo Star or Arctic Star mixer series or Cattail in the Meadows mixer series. Um, Stella Maris is what I'm going to talk to you about. Um, Inside of Quiltworks on their website, when you go to their website, you could click on the across the top bar and it talks about products. And you click down into patterns, and then you click down into, I like to filter that and sort it by A to Z. That way, then when I go all the way down to the bottom of the first page, it gives you a number of page tabs that you can select. And I think around 13 is where it says where the Stella Maris Mixer Series options will begin. You can have a quilt that is only as big as like 32 inches square to 54 inches square to 99 inches square. And inside of that, QuiltWorks creates interchangeable units. Now, in a traditional quilting world, we create things that are called blocks. Sometimes they're rectangles, sometimes they're hexagons, sometimes they're octagons, whatever, but we call them blocks. Well, in the QuiltWorks world, we call them units. In the regular quilting world, we assemble those blocks. Once they're all constructed, then we assemble those into a quilt top, basically in a grid fashion, whether it's horizontal, no, excuse me, whether it's vertical or horizontal, or on the diagonal. We create those tops using the blocks in a grid system. In QuiltWorks, we have units instead of blocks, and we have rounds instead of rows, because we start in the middle and then we add out and out and out. And after we get to a certain round number or round size, then we will add borders that will then create a square. Depending on how you want to do that, you can take your square, it's become round, and then we add a border on it that makes it square, and it can be square, like the one that's behind me, or you can turn it on point, add another border that will then take it out to even larger, at least 100, I mean, at least 99 inches square. The options are wide and varied. What is fabulous and fascinating inside of all of this is that each round, regardless of the mixer series that you have, they have variations for what your unit options are in each round. It can have 2 options, it could have 12 options, but you pick one. And then you can set it in there the way it's designed to go, or you can flip it and get a completely different look. So that's a round and the unit system. In the first one, like I said, it could be 2, it could be 12. The next round around can go from 6 to 12 or 10 or 4, whatever number those units are, you can choose what you want, and it will get you to the next size. The third round builds on that, and again you have a number of selections, and you put them in, and you decide what you want to do. Stella Maris, when you utilize all of the rounds and border options, has an extraordinary large number of options of what your outcome will be before it reaches its first duplicate in the line drawing. When I say vast, I'm talking about more than 30,000 options or combinations of those units before you even get to the first line drawing duplicate. Pretty amazing. Some of them might look quite a bit similar to others, but you can go huge, huge numbers before you come to the first line option, line drawing option, duplicate. And then you add in fabric. And then it becomes exponential because fabrics are just add everything else under the sun. Can you imagine having thousands and thousands of fabrics available to put into your line drawing to create a quilt, and how many it would have to be in order to find an exact duplicate in line and in color? It's off the charts. I think it's absolutely brilliant. And I think it's probably one of the funnest, most fun things to work with. Um, the other thing that QuiltWorks does with these mixer series is that they will select and design a specific grouping of units, and then they will create that as one entity as a pattern. And then they'll have it created and do a cover photo, and then they market a pattern based on that mixer series so that you can begin to expand your repertoire and your knowledge of those units. So, case in point is there are patterns based on the Stella Maris mixer series, which are Silver Shores and Crimson Poppies, as well as Wild Goose Island. So those are just some of the ones that are marketed as individual completed packages and patterns by QuiltWorks. You add color to it and it all changes again. What's behind me right now on this wall is also a Stella Maris mixer. This was selected um, and colored uniquely to anything else that was is in the retreat that I had. So I have yet to find another one that's just like it, but it's pretty darn exciting. So if you have any questions, if you have any comments, if you have any ideas or thoughts about a mixer series, um, reach out to me because I would really, really like to help you find something that is uniquely yours and help you design it, help you learn it, help you do whatever you need to do. But you can't do that. You can't reach out to me unless you put a comment down below. And please do. I would love to hear your thoughts about this because this is an exciting conversation for me to have. Um, there will be more. I'll be talking about Mixer Series more in the over the following vlogs, but for now, I'm going to say let's leave it at that because that's an awful big piece of the QuiltWorks pie to digest over a while. But it's fun. You get to do something completely your own. Nothing else is like it, and that's what makes it an absolute genius product in my mind. So I hope you've enjoyed this. Um, Watch this again because there's a lot of information that I talked about. And if it doesn't make any sense, then um, send me a text, or I mean, or excuse me, make a comment below because I would love to find out how I could have explained it better to you because I think it's a brilliant concept. And I hope that somebody, somewhere, some of you find it enough intriguing that it's an adventure that you'd like to go on. So until next time, I hope you have a fabulous day and we'll see you again soon. Thanks. Bye.